Okay, so welcome to part 2 of the story of a man who was based in Botswana, a Zimbabwean man based in Botswana with his wife based in Zimbabwe. So if it's your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe and press the notification button so that whenever a new story is uploaded, you will be able to hear it, you'll be able to see it, and then you can play it. Okay, so here, as I said before, this is just TV stories where we talk about depression, we talk about mental health, we talk about betrayal, anything, any experience that you have. Kindly inbox us. We will share your story here and share with others and discuss. It's time to heal. It's time for a therapy. Okay, right. Now we'll move on with this story. So, as I told my wife that I am not coming home because of work, I was only going to go home in December. That is after 6 months. So it was fine, things okay. I used to call her, I used to call the family, things looked okay. So when it was December, when I went home, I found my wife pregnant. When I went home, in fact, first when I arrived home, she was just doing weird things like morning sickness and other things, and I asked her and she didn't tell me what was happening. But as a man also, I had 2 children. These were the signs that she had during her 2 pregnancies. So I had to suspect that she's pregnant. So I asked her, let's go to the doctor. She first refused, but because I was the man, I had to make a decision. I took her to the doctor and I got the shock of my life. She got tested and all the tests were run, and I got the shock of my life. My wife was 3 months pregnant. My wife was 3 months pregnant and I left 6 months ago. I came after 6 months. So it was obvious that this pregnancy was not mine. I was shocked. I was hurt. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I couldn't do anything at that moment because I didn't want to make a decision while I'm angry. So I went home with her and called her auntie so that we can discuss this matter. It was so painful. I wished that if my wife was pregnant by someone else, it was going to be far much better. But unfortunately, I had the shock of my life. My wife was pregnant by my sister's son. My wife was 3 months pregnant. And the pregnancy belonged to my sister's son. The only son that I took in, and I took him as my first child. I don't know. I felt confused. I felt betrayed. I felt hurt. Imagine someone that you took in and you took care of him. All the responsibility. You are the father. And that child impregnates your wife. I felt betrayed. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know who to blame. Should I blame myself? Should I blame poverty? Maybe if I was rich, I was going to stay with my family. Should I blame my wife? I didn't know what transpired. I didn't know how it started and how long. Who initiated that? Is it my wife or my niece? How long have this been going on? Those are the questions that I've been asking myself. What about my children? What should I do? I was hurt considering that I know I was not there as a father most of the time, but I was making sure that my family is fed. There is food in the house. There is school fees. There is money in the house. My wife was one of the ladies that was living a very good life. I even bought her a car so that she can move from one place to another. I was betrayed. And worst part is the betrayal came from family. That's the story. That's the story that we have. It's a very disturbing story of a man who spent his life in Botswana and leaving the wife in Zimbabwe. I'm just wondering, women, what exactly do you want? What exactly do you want? Because I can imagine if you have been taking care of a child for that long and the child is like his son, and then you end up being pregnant for that child. You are having everything. The husband is working so hard overseas and you get pregnant. Anyway, it's life. That's some of the mistakes that happens. So I want to know what you think in the comment section. I want to know, what can we say to this brother? And also, if there is someone who is facing the similar situation, this is the time to talk. This is the time to heal. You know, it's better when you talk to someone. We heal. It's better when you let it out. We heal. Because through saying it, you find out that it's not only you, but we are having so many people who have experienced similar problems, and you get help how they solved their problems. Like I said before, if it's your first time to be here, please don't forget to subscribe and press the notification button.